Welcome back, everybody, to the greatest podcast on planet Earth. We are Dark Screen Society, and as always, I am Seth, your host today. And we have Gigi,
Hello.
Chuck,
What's up, creatures of the night?
and good old Brian.
Stop calling me old. Hello.
It's
Oh.
good old, not old, okay?
Oh,
You're not
good
old.
old Brian.
Good old.
I've got the most hair here.
You do have, actually, I have a good set of hair. What are you talking about? Before we get into the meat and bones of this awesome podcast today, which I'm so excited to host, I wanted to see what everybody watched this week. So we'll start with you, Gigi.
Oh God, I was even like thinking back on what I've watched. Well, I watched I actually watched a creature feature last night.
Ooh.
No, Slither.
Yeah.
Yes. No. Okay. So I watched Slither, but so I'm gonna save the conversation for Slither later.
Okay.
But I also watched Splinter, and that is a fucking banger, like a banger. I was watching it like I just randomly like put it on and I'm like sitting there and Zach was working and then like he got so into it. He was like kept turning around. He goes, "What is this movie? This is really good." I was like, "Dude, that's how you know it's a banger when you're like, oh, I didn't care about this. It was so good."
Chuck did not lead us astray with that one. That one is fucking awesome.
I
No,
love that movie.
that one was
It's
a good
almost,
one.
almost like Chuck, when we give recommendations, we actually have good taste. Because
Mm,
many things
Debatable.
I should check this out. And then like
Brian?
Euthanizer, for example.
Listen, Euthanizer is excellent.
Still
And
need to watch
it's-
it.
I
And,
can't
and
get
it's
over that title.
yeah, but it hits you in the feels. Like it's not like just some brutal shit. Like it's a really good movie.
Speaking of movies, Chuck, what'd you watch this week?
My camera was very dirty. I watched several things this week that I really enjoyed. One of them being, and I hate myself for not seeing it, it's not a creature feature, but I should have went to see Companion in the movie theater. And it's the first movie I paid $25 for digitally that I would have paid another $25
Yeah.
for as soon as the credits rolled to watch it again, because it's my number one and it's going to be hard to catch because I loved it that much.
It's
It
so
rips.
good.
It's
Mhm.
so fun. It's just like fun.
It's a fucking blast and it's
Yeah.
well done and the dialogue's great. The acting's good. They sell everything. It has shocks.
Mhm.
Like it's just so fucking good. I loved it so much. And I watched a bunch of stuff, but I watched for creature features, I watched two yesterday. I watched Cub from 2015. It's a Dutch movie about Boy Scouts that get picked off by this creature. And it was good. It wasn't great, but
I would agree with that.
yeah, it's like a 5 out of 10 probably. Like it's worth watching. And then last night, per Miss Gigi Room for Screams recommendation, I had the delightful experience of watching The Bayou.
Oh,
And The Bayou, I gave 1.5 stars on Letterboxd, which is my lowest film yet. But it's the most fun 1.5 star movie that you
totally.
could watch because it was a blast. I mean, it's methamphetamine hopped up fast alligators and stupid people. What's not to like?
Yeah.
I
When I-
enjoyed it. It's worth $6 to rent. Like that's how much I enjoyed it.
Perfect.
But I can't say it's a good fucking movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
when
like every shark movie I watch, I'm like, this is awful, but I loved it.
Yes, but I
same.
still keep renting them.
Mhm.
Oh, wait. I was like, how have I only watched one movie this week? This is what I forgot to mention. I really wanted to talk about it. I watched the TV show Apple Cider Vinegar. Has anybody watched
Ooh,
it?
I've not watched it, but it's on my watch list because it sounds interesting.
Oh,
I'm on
it
episode
is
3.
it's so good. My only critique is I don't like the timeline. Like I don't like how it jumps. Like it jumps from year to year to year. So your brain, like you're kind of like, wait, what year is this? And like what's happening? But it is so incredible, especially when it comes to like wellness influencers or just influencers in general, where it's like once you get that taste of like the serotonin boost that like likes and follows and reblogs, it's like it does like you start to toe that line and it tests people like, do I want to start lying? Do I want to sell my soul and stuff like
Right.
that? So,
Or
but
do I
oh
want
my,
to fake brain cancer?
do I no? And
God.
it's crazy and
It's
just like
diabolical. Yeah.
Yeah.
and just even like and then even beyond that, like the holistic, like finding this balance between like traditional and conventional medicine and holistic health and stuff. It is like it's crazy because there are some things that I know that like some people do when it comes to like holistic health and stuff where it's like, yeah, totally. Like a shot of apple cider vinegar, or like doing these like, oil pulling with your teeth, and then you find out
hell?
like this doesn't like, no, this isn't like a thing. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. You should
Uh,
watch it.
Everyone's
I
after
will.
their quick fix. That
No,
Ozempic.
yes. It's crazy. But then it's like I can't blame people, especially in America where our health system is a literal business. It's like it is not actually to benefit people. It's a business. They are
Right.
bloodsuckers. And so it's
Yeah,
like I get why people try to find different avenues where like they really think it's going to help. So I don't know. It was really eye-opening.
I need to check
Watch
that
it.
out. Brian, what'd you watch?
So, like Chuck, the best thing I watched was Companion, but obviously most people will know about that. So,
So good.
the films that maybe people aren't aware of, I watched The Fetus, which I thought was
Oh,
was a lot more fun than I was expecting.
okay.
Wow, I'm
That's the one with Lauren
surprised.
Lavera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And his name's not. I keep calling him Chop Top Mosley because that's his Instagram name, but I know that's not his real name. Sorry, Bill Mosley.
Is it better than The
Oh,
Well?
you mean my mutual?
Yeah, your best friend.
Yeah, okay,
Oh,
yeah.
besties.
Yeah.
Yeah, is
So,
it better than The Well?
yeah,
Or
I think
same?
although it's only like an hour and 20 minutes, it still feels maybe a bit too long. But
Mhm.
I still think it was like a lot of fun.
Okay.
Like,
Better
don't go in
than The
expecting a
Well.
scary, serious movie, but it was enjoyable. To be fair.
Yeah, do you know that email you sent earlier that I told you to send? You should send the same one to him because he'll do it as well. But yeah, I thought the
Oh
fetus
shit, he's
was
already emailed me.
the fetus is fine.
Yeah.
I need to check it
And
out.
one that nobody will watch is called Beckoning the Butcher,
Ooh.
which is a
Oh, I've
found
seen it.
footage film. Liar.
Just kidding.
It's a
Have
found
you
footage.
really?
No.
Oh,
No, of course not. A found footage film on YouTube. It's Australian. It's very by the numbers. They go to a house to do a spell to see what will happen. Bad stuff happens. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it does the tropes well enough that it was enjoyable for an hour. So I was happy I watched it compared to some of the found footage films that don't feel real, and it's really getting a bit
Yeah.
frustrating
I like
these
the
days.
title.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's good.
rips.
Yeah. Shameless plug time because you guys all brought up Companion, and most people have seen it now, so you can go back and watch the first trailer and see me quoted in it, which is really cool.
Oh, no, that was awesome. Like, I would have lost my fucking mind.
It was weird to see it in the
Flexing
freaking
hard.
like movie theater. I was like, this is the coolest thing ever.
No, it popped up on my home TV, like,
Yeah.
randomly, like, when it, like, plays these, I don't know, like, weird ads that my TV does, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's Seth."
That was
I
such
don't
a
know if
fun
it played
movie.
in the UK because when the trailer came on, you guys were all like, "Don't watch the trailer," so I covered my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must look really cool in the cinema, being like,
Why didn't you just close your eyes?
I'm glad for
because
you,
I
Chuck.
think that looks. I want the attention.
I was
Got
say
my
I'm
phone out
glad
as well.
for you, Chuck, because you said it, like knowing didn't really like take away from it, which is awesome because I was worried that it was gonna ruin a lot of people's opinions on the movie knowing what
No,
happens.
Yeah.
remember we had that big group chat thing, and I was not interested in seeing it because of
Yes.
the trailer. And the more I thought about it, I think they purposely did that because there's so many other things that I just didn't see coming. Like, so it didn't
Totally.
bother my experience at all. And to the note of your quote being on the screen, Seth, your quote should be ahead of every movie that comes out because that's where your
1000%.
quotes deserve to be.
I appreciate
Exactly.
you. Yeah, the movie's awesome. Sophie Thatcher's awesome.
You can
I
Venmo me for that.
Yeah, I
shout
will.
That plug. Paid him
Um,
to say that.
Yeah.
so finally, thank you to Gigi and Chuck. I finally got to watch Shin Godzilla, which was fucking awesome.
Oh.
Wait,
Yeah.
you ordered it?
Well, there was a
Yes,
link.
sure.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
But okay, so you found a way to watch it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, there was a link.
Okay.
And it was awesome. Loved it. Still think -1 is my favorite thing Godzilla related, but we'll get into that later. But Shin Godzilla rocked, and then I also binged the first 3 episodes of Reacher because
Oh shit.
I'm basically a dad. So like it's a dad show and it's a great show. So
Basically a dad.
basically a dad.
I love
Oh,
Reacher. Like I read all the books, possibly twice, some of them because the stories are almost the exact same. So I'm about halfway through, and I'm like, I think I've read this one already. Because it's not like it's Reacher 1, 2, 3. The books. There's always a
Right.
brand new name. So I'm
Mix
like, have
'em
I
up.
read this? The back all sounds the exact same. So I'm like, I'll just read it.
Oh.
But I don't mind it because they're like popcorn books. Like if you're sitting
Yeah,
on a beach
yeah.
somewhere, so you
Mhm.
get through it in a day.
And
Alan
that's how
TV show's
that's
good.
how the show is too, because
Mhm.
Alan Ritchson is
He's great.
so easily digestible. Like there's no way you can't fucking like that dude at all. Like
And he
Is
came
he the
out and
hella jacked one?
Yeah,
he
he's
came
like
out and
massive.
he's
called.
a fucking
He's like,
he's
I
a
s-
unit.
I
Yes,
have
he is.
no idea what Reacher is about. Literally zero idea. Don't even know who's in it. But it popped up again on my TV, and it's just this fucking dude. And I
Yeah.
was like, who? Like,
I
he's
I low
so
key,
bulky.
I think you
I
would like
low
the
key,
show,
yeah, I do too. I low
Wha-
key think you'll like it because
especially the first season.
he's so charming.
Yeah, he is.
Whoa, I
And
love a
he's
good
a,
Willa
charmer.
and he's a
Fitzgerald's in the
bad
first season as
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, okay. What? I don't even know what it's about.
He's just ex-military police, and he's left, and he just kind of travels around on foot, or
Mhm.
and then he shows up in town. Something bad will happen in that town. He helps investigate it.
Right, but he works for like a super secret division that's like not classified, but then he has to figure out why all those people kind of want him dead too. So he's kind of like really like rogue and doesn't know who he can really trust. So he's like kind
Ooh,
of
okay. I like shit like that.
yeah,
It's
he's like
good.
navigating all that while he's like helping other people. It's so the season 1 is a 9.5 out of 10
Yeah.
easily.
Okay,
It's so
nice.
good.
Love
Gigi,
season 1.
pop quiz for you, Gigi. So obviously
Pop
you've seen
quiz.
Alan. Is Alan Richardson? I'm not sure what his name is.
Alan
Obviously,
Richson.
big lad. In the
Mhm.
book, Reacher's huge, like 6'5" or something, and jacked.
Mhm.
Who do you think played him in the movie?
Tom Cruise.
Oh,
Well,
okay, Chuck,
come
you knew
on.
that.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Like Tom Cruise.
All 5, 6 of them.
I drifted off. I'm sorry. But
You're all good.
I thought you were joking, Chuck. I literally was like, "There's no way."
Yeah, all 5, 6 of them.
Oh
listen,
my god.
nobody here will admit that it was fucking good because the
Oh,
first
it's great.
one,
It's a good
Oh,
movie.
the
Yeah,
first one fucking ripped. It was
it
good.
took me a second to get over like him being Reacher, but Tom Cruise is a good
Yeah,
actor.
it
like,
took me a
it's-
minute to get
Yeah.
over the Scientology thing, but after that, I was just like, yeah, he's Reacher.
I
It's
could
all
look
cool.
past it.
He converted. It's good. Yeah.
It's
That man's jumping out of airplanes for us. So,
Yeah. I
but
love
yeah,
Tom
Reacher,
Cruise.
go watch it. It's
Okay,
fantastic.
I'm gonna watch it.
So getting into the meat and bones here, we are talking about creature features, if you couldn't tell yet. And the first question that I have for y'all is, why do you think people love creature features? What is it that makes people gravitate towards them? And I will start with you again, Gigi. Ladies first.
Oh, thank you. I think it's because it's just this weird. I literally like it's the creature of it, where it's like we don't have creatures like that's it. Like it's just cool to watch a fucking creature, especially if it's something that's like not real.
It's the creature.
It's the creature of it all. Because it's like it's fun to watch something like okay, like Godzilla, where it's like it's just this fucking dumb big lizard stomping around. That's fun. We'll never have that in our lifetime. So it's just fun to watch a movie about that. Yeah, that we know of. Um
He's
and then
real.
same thing with like alligators and sharks. It's like, well, that's such a rare situation to be put in where you're like fighting up against a shark or a fucking meth crocodile. So it's just fun to watch it.
Cocaine bear.
Yeah.
Chuck.
I think that people gravitate towards creature features most definitely because the creature of it. But no, like you grow up your entire life and you learn about like the world and history and thing, and then like at a very early age, dinosaurs are already like put into your head, which are a creature, and then it's a world of exploration that allows people to have so much imagination, like whether it's like cryptids or Godzilla or whatever the creature is. It's a very easy way to use like an expressive representation of so many other things. Plus, they're fucking scary.
Yeah.
Like from Pumpkinhead to Godzilla to the Predator to like creatures are fucking Jaws. They're scary. Like there's
Yeah.
a real fear in them, and I think if they're done right, like a Tremors or like good creature feed, there's so much Splinter. There's so much fun.
hmm
They
And
are a
it's
blast.
most certainly Gigi, the creature of it.
It's the creature of it.
Indeed.
That's why I tune into creature features.
Absolutely, yeah.
Your Godzilla poster on your wall is still like one of my favorites. It's so
Do you
cool.
want it? I'll bring it to Texas for you if you want it.
Oh, bro, I have way too much Godzilla stuff.
Okay,
I don't need any
I'll
more.
bring it anyway.
my future wife's gonna walk in here. Is like, do you like Godzilla?
Nerd. Just kidding.
Yeah, nerd.
Godzilla.
Brian. Brian.
Gigi said it better, but I wrote down because creatures are cool as fuck.
There you go.
That's
So
the best answer
I like
ever.
that. It's also fun to
Yeah.
see like what design they have too, because it's like sometimes you go in and you know it's a creature feature, but you haven't seen the design of it, and you're like, okay, is it going to be badass? Is it going to be like shitty CGI? Like, is it going to be something that I envisioned? So I think that's also just like the fun of it.
That's a
Is
good
it?
point.
Go ahead, Seth.
I would say that's a good point because it's like I remember one of the like big creature features that I saw growing up was Cloverfield, and they like saved the reveal of what that thing
Mhm.
looks like until like the middle of the movie. And like when you first see it, like how the creature looks and how they like show it the first time is so impactful. And
Yeah.
like I mean, sometimes the creature looks just horrible, but like if
Yeah.
it's done right, it could be like so like scary and just like menacing.
Mm.
Creature features rock, guys.
That's
Like Brian said.
exactly what I was gonna say, because tell me as a horror lover that there's nothing better than a reveal, like a practical effect creature
Mhm.
reveal. Like nothing like hits like that. You know what I mean? When you
Yeah.
see this big gnarly thing that came from somebody's brain, like it's just the coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
It's kinda like it's weird because I know we touched upon this a while back when we were doing, like, the ocean episode with, like, sharks, but it's like Jaws, you know, it takes a while to show the creature, but I feel like
Mhm.
that's so much more effective, especially for creature features because you're, like, making these, like, images in your head of what you think this, like, creature is gonna look like, and then when it, like, finally shows up, you're like, "Oh, that's sick as fuck,"
Yeah.
Indeed.
which is awesome. We love a good creature feature, guys. Listen, what is the key difference do you guys think? Because, you know, creature features in the 1950s to the 80s had so much to say about, you know, nuclear war, World War II, so many different things. So what do you think has changed or why has this, you know, genre evolved so much? And what do you think it kind of represents today? Is it more about nostalgia or do you think it still has a lot to say about, you know, our political climate? And I'll start with you, Brian, this time.
For fuck's sake, political one. Thanks. I hate
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
welcome.
politics in my horror. Um, so yeah, I wrote what you just said. I said because obviously Godzilla when it first came out was Japan's reaction to it was a nuclear war or just nuclear power. I can't remember. I'm not sure exactly, but
Yeah.
so I think now it's more. There probably is some politics in it as well, but like Splinter, I'm not sure what the politics behind that would be. For example, now it's like I can create something really cool with all the technology I have. I'm going to make a monster movie around it. So there will be some that are political, like Shin Godzilla, for example, clearly very
Mhm.
political. But I think it's probably a mix of both. And obviously, we've gone from practical effects to CGI and some practical effects. So
Do
I
you
think
think
that's a
it's
big
more like it's evolved on, like, how it scares us, or it's, like, more about nostalgia now?
Um,
Because
again, it depends.
obviously
I wasn't around in the 50s to 80s, so I couldn't really
You
say.
weren't?
wow, I
Yeah,
thought you were.
no, I'm too old. So I'm sure watching Godzilla on screen for the very first time was scary as shit. But now it's more of a spectacle seeing Godzilla because I'm like, wow, look how
Totally.
huge it is, and I like how they make it move slowly because something that big when it moves really fast it doesn't seem real. So when it moves slowly, you're like that's how it would move because it's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I can't think of many creature features that I was like, wow, that was really scary. But I'm like, wow, that was really fucking cool. It looked so cool.
Chuck, what about you?
I think all that's very fair. I still think that they have something to say, but I think that what happened to creature features is the same thing that happens to everything, whether it's Final Destination or Saw or these like, certain things become unserious at a time and then it becomes just like dumb fun. And creature features have, it's very rare to get. That's why I love Splinter so much because it's the whole thing's played so straight. You know what I mean? Like there's
Mhm.
not like a comedy. Slither, which I also love, plays a little bit more like a black comedy than it does
Totally.
a straight creature feature. And it doesn't take away from the film, but I just think that, especially now with CGI, they could throw these things together, these creature features with, that Bayou movie. I wonder what I mean, it couldn't have been much because they could just slap it together, throw some fucking kooky looking sharks in the water and some fake blood and make a creature feature for no money. So I think the integrity of what creatures represented it has definitely shifted and changed. So I agree with that.
Gigi?
Um I already forgot what the original question was.
Okay.
But I will say, I think that when creature features were first really becoming like popularized, I definitely do think they had this like more impactful and political message to them. I think that they've kind of like transpired. I think that there are definitely some that still hold that. Like I'm thinking of the host, like Bong
Yeah.
Joon-ho. He always has some type of like political or like societal commentary about it. So I'm thinking like that definitely does hold it. But I I also think that it's kind of hard now to make something like a creature feature that kind of reflects our political climate
Yeah.
without people being like, this is woke media, like, you know
Yeah.
Right.
what I mean? And then it becoming almost like gimmicky. Like I don't know if that makes
Right.
sense. Does that make
It
Like
sense?
does.
Like,
like
yeah.
making a big orange Godzilla.
Yeah, yes, like
Yeah.
where people would be like, "Oh, this is like," or like, yeah, I'm like thinking like if you were to like reflecting our political climate, if you were to make something that was like represented like Trump, let's just say, I
Attack of the Killer Cheeto.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I think people would be like,
I'd watch
"Oh,
that.
this is like too gimmicky and like unserious," where it's like Godzilla is so serious and the message is like it's so deep and it still like stands true today. And like
Yes.
people fucking study and I've done like dissertations on
Yeah.
it where it's like if that were to be done today, and I don't really even know what shifted. Like I don't
I
really
know.
know. Like just the how I have no idea. But I think if people yeah, I think nowadays it definitely is more a little bit about the spectacle of the creature than it is about the political like messages that creature features used to hold. But
Mhm.
there are still some that do kind of stand true to that.
And obviously, there's still, because we're only just a certain amount of time into presidential
Yes.
period, so the
Oh,
filmmakers
there's
probably
time.
don't have
Mhm.
something lined up. But like, for example, the fetus, that could have easily been an abortion movie about her
Yeah.
not being able to get an abortion, and then it's demonic, and it could have
Yes.
been a message in there, but
Totally.
obviously it didn't go that way because it came out
Oh, no.
before. But so I think they could probably do it slightly subtle, but I'm not a filmmaker, so what the fuck do I know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's so true, Brian. It's like by the time that they're like, oh, they have like this idea, it takes years for a
Yeah.
film to, even be in the beginning stages. So it's like yeah,
And
Yeah.
I
just
won't
Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead, Chuck.
I was gonna say I'm not gonna reveal it because I know Seth loves it so much and wants to talk about it, but the climate when they made a creature feature, one of huge impact in memory when they played it straight and had a political message behind it and it really stood for something. It shows you the quality of creature feature because it's one of the best creature features of the last 30 years.
Yeah. It
Mhm.
it is crazy. Like I agree with all of you guys too, and we'll get into that more in a second, Chuck. But I just think it has changed so much where it is more of like a spectacle now. I mean, it
mhm.
does like for example, like Godzilla minus one. So like obviously you have this movie that like it blew, the box office out of the water. It won an Oscar. And then you also have, like Godzilla versus Kong that also blew box office records. So like people still like yearn for that kind of movie where it has some type of message, but like audiences now just want to see, giant monsters fight each other. I mean, look at Pacific Rim or,
Pacific Rim
Godzilla versus
job.
Kong. Yeah.
Jesus.
God damn it, Gigi.
Wow.
Why did they name it that? Okay.
Okay.
Whoa.
I don't even remember where I was going with that, but yeah, I agree with all of you.
That's great.
I
Pacific Rim Job, a new monster movie you won't see coming.
I also feel like nowadays, like I think we've also shifted from like a political message that I think previous creature features used to have or like in previous decades where we've more shifted into like mental health. So
Mhm.
like I think creature features now really dive deep into messages of like grief or
Oh,
love rather than or like just more human emotions like grief, love, isolation, things like that than they do political climates. At least that's kind of what I
no,
see.
I
That's actually
hot
like
take.
Yeah,
A
that's a
hundred,
great
a
take.
hundred, 100%. The representation of the creature has transformed more into like an internal personal thing
Yeah.
than an outright political thing. But there's, just the same. I think the audience has changed as well because like the people that go see Godzilla or Skull Island, which fucking rips, by the way.
Rips.
I love that movie. They're the people that like have enough politics in their life and they have
Yeah.
enough trauma in their life and they need the break of just watching a mindless fucking gorilla battle, you know what I mean, kind of thing. But then you get -1 and people still yearn for that statement and for like actual, like that's real filmmaking. Like that
Yeah,
movie
totally.
is fucking
It's a
masterpiece.
masterpiece.
It really is.
Yeah.
So speaking of Godzilla, why do you guys think Godzilla is so popular? I mean, it stood, the test of time. It's made the most money out of like any monster flick. It won an Oscar, and it just has so much to say about societal fears. I mean, like Godzilla -1 was about, suicide bombers and so many different things, and like how that impacted Japan. Like, what is it about Godzilla that just people gravitate towards it? And I want to start with you first, Brian.
You kind of just answered it, Seth.
Sorry.
You answered it with your question, but yeah, like that's pretty much what I wrote down. And also, it's because it's been going on for so long, it's been able to expand. So it's kind of like Batman, where it's like here's another new baddie for it to fight, which Godzilla's got Mothra, yes, and all these
Yeah,
kind
she's
of
a baddie.
yeah. So yeah, I
Yeah.
don't have anything to add after your question, Seth.
Sorry.
Thanks.
Chuck.
Because Godzilla's fucking cool.
Yeah, that's what's gonna be my answer
Right,
because he's
well,
cool.
And not only is Godzilla cool, but Godzilla's always been cool because Godzilla is the biggest creature feature of all time. No matter what anything else, that's fucking amazing.
That's sick.
Is
Is that the humidifier that Jordan Stallion has, or it's
No,
just
this is like an actual like replica of Godzilla -1.
Dude,
I
look at
fucking
those
love-
thighs, bro. Look at his
Yeah.
quads. Never skips
Look at
leg
his
day.
face. No, it does not.
Wednesday's like, I can play.
Yeah.
But that's
Put it on the floor real quick.
and that's exactly what it is. Like, look how fucking cool that is, and it proves that like it's the same as slashers. Like,
Yeah.
how many slasher movies are there? Fucking 100,000 different ones that
Yeah.
have come out. But the ones that are fucking cool, Freddy Krueger sticks because he's cool. You know what I mean? Like Godzilla. That's why The Predator is a legendary film that
Mhm.
nobody will ever forget because it's fucking cool, man. Like, and it's just that simple for me.
Yeah, Gigi.
No, I just think he's cool because,
Yeah.
like, I mean, even if you don't take away like the political or deeper messages from Godzilla, you can still walk away and be like, dude, that was crazy. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
it's like he's cool. He's fucking his spikes coming out. It's like it's just like these tiny little people up against these huge, like this
Mm.
huge creature. So it's like,
Yep.
and he's just so badass and he just like goes through all these different like iterations, and so it's
Mhm.
like fun to see what his new iteration or what his new foe is going to be, that it's like even if you don't take away those messages, he's still sick as fuck.
Yeah,
Right.
and his nuclear breath is fucking awesome. Just
Yeah.
like
Absolutely.
exploding
And
cities.
that's sound as well, just as he's
Yeah,
building up.
Dude,
iconic.
yeah.
So cool.
Right. But him being cool is the catalyst to be able to tell that story.
Mhm.
Yes.
Nobody's going to listen to your story if he's not fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because he's
that's-
cool.
He is cool. A lot of people hate the movie, but listen, I think it's kind of a blast as Matthew Broderick's Godzilla. I think it was 1999. Chuck's like, this movie is absolute ass. Listen, it is a fun time, okay? Godzilla is a
I only
T-Rex ripping
remember
apart New York City.
the Jamiroquai song for it. That's all I can remember about it.
Like sing
And
it.
that Led Zeppelin
Makes-
ripoff
makes
song
me
they
good.
did.
Yeah.
Singing.
I've only
It's
seen
bad.
like 2 Godzillas. Okay,
It's
well, like
really bad.
I used to watch Godzilla when I was like younger with my brothers, but I don't remember it. But -1
You
was
need to have a
fantastic.
Godzilla marathon, Gigi.
Yeah, aren't there like 10 Godzilla movies? It's a
There's
lot of
probably
movies.
100.
Oh
I thought it was
god.
cool that
There's a
'cause
lot.
obviously the American one, when it brought in like Adam Wingard, and I was like, oh, that's cool because I'm like, I know Adam Wingard from horror movies, so I like the idea of you just make like a small kind of really good independent horror movie, and you're like, here's Godzilla franchise for you, hundreds of millions to make this. So that's why I support it, because of him and Simon Barrett doing it.
No, you know
Yeah.
what the best part is they had Dan Stevens come in as fucking King Kong's dentist. He literally played a fucking like
Did.
monster like dentist, and he would go around fixing these like giant monsters' teeth. And
It wouldn't
that's
surprise me if Dan
amazing.
Stevens asked if he was like, "Can I just be the dentist?" Because
Yeah.
like, "Can I put on a really awful German accent as well?"
Yeah, right.
Like,
Yeah.
"Hi, man, just speaking your normal voice."
Uh,
So now I want to get into the underrated creature features because I'm sure you guys have some. We're gonna do a round robin style, and we will start with you, Gigi. Go to
oh
Brian,
God.
Chuck, and then me.
Okay, underrated. The Mist. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go with is the host. I don't even think the host is underrated.
I don't think it's
Maybe
No.
underrated, but it's probably not appreciated as much as it
maybe
should.
not
Yeah.
appreciated or just like forgotten because it came out in '06, so it's just one of those you're like, oh fuck. So I'm gonna go with the host. Go rewatch that.
Yeah, Brian.
I'm going to go for a section in an anthology, and I'll do VHS 94 Hail Ratma section
Oh, that's a good
because
one.
Ram is cool as fuck.
I love that.
Chuck.
I'm gonna go 2003 Willard with Crispin Glover.
Oh, Willard. That
Because
has rats,
rats are
right?
I haven't
creatures.
seen that one.
Yeah, I've only
it's-
seen a little bit.
It's one of the creepiest fucking movies ever made.
Rats are scary, but they're
But
cute.
Crispin Glover's probably more creature than the rats are, but it's a creature feature for sure.
I'm going Prime Evil, which is a movie about a giant alligator. I think it's in Africa, and it rips, and it's super underrated. That you all need to check it out. So
It's a TV
Love
show as
that.
well, is it not?
I think it is.
Sure, it's a
Love
British TV show.
that.
Yeah, Gigi.
Prime Evil. Wait, from
Yeah.
what year?
It is
88?
no,
2000?
2007.
2007?
Yeah.
Why is
So
it
here, so a news team is sent to Burundi to capture and bring home a legendary 25-foot crocodile. Their difficult task turns potentially deadly when a warlord targets them for death.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Nice. Okay, you've talked about this one before.
Yeah, I think it's a blast. I haven't seen it in a little bit, but I remember absolutely loving it growing up, and just the alligator is massive and it's terrifying.
An underrated one I'm gonna go with. Again, I don't even really know how underrated this one is, but I'm gonna go with Crawl.
Ooh, I like
Um,
that.
Not underrated, but I remember the first time I watched Crawl because I put it on and I was like, this is gonna be stupid. Like I was like, this is gonna be dumb, like just a dumb creature feature. And I was like, wait, this is so fucking incredible. Also, it's not streaming anywhere, which is really annoying. Like you have to
That's
rent it.
weird.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's such like I feel like it's such a good streaming movie where you're like,
It is.
I'm just gonna put this mindless movie on.
Wow, that's amazing.
I know, so I need to buy it.
That's a pretty big move, isn't it? I can't believe that's not streaming.
Especially with a sequel
No.
coming out relatively soon. I thought.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll
I'm
wait.
excited for that.
Yeah, me too.
Takes place in New York.
Is Aya directing
Yeah,
that
he
again?
is.
Okay, cool.
I would love. I
Uh,
can't wait to see that.
Me too.
I would like to see it in the cinema.
Same.
Myself, the animals count as creatures for the sake of this.
Yes.
'Cause-
I
okay,
just
cool.
did rats.
The only thing that's off limits are Universal monsters.
Yes.
Okay.
That's fair.
Now that we told you that, Seth.
Yeah, I know. He's like, I just made this roll up myself.
Yeah, guys, if you're listening, ignore them.
I'm going to go with Burning Bright, which
Ooh.
is
Not heard of that.
it's during a storm, so similar to Crawl. A dad locks his daughter and I think autistic son in the house and lets a tiger loose in the house because he wants to claim. Well, I'm not spoil it because it tells the spoil it, but they actually have shots of real tiger in the house. Obviously
Oh.
not next to them, but the way it's shot, like it's really tense. Meatloaf is in it. Honestly, it's just like a really fun. Probably could have put this in my one location episode, but it's not groundbreaking, but it's just good, fun, hour and a half movie.
Okay, nice. I've never heard of this.
Me
Burning
either.
Bright.
What I do.
That's what I do.
I'm in for that.
Ooh, I have a good one. Okay, go ahead, Chuck.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna time capsule all the way back to 1986, and
Oh.
I fucking love this movie, and I can't believe it only has
Fly? Just
five. No, I love that, but I can't believe it has only 5,000 logs on Letterboxd, and it's called Link. And Link is about.
Link.
It has Elizabeth Shue and Terrence Stamp in it, and it's about a young graduate student named Jane. She becomes an assistant at an eccentric zoology professor's home, and it is run by these there's two chimpanzees there, and an elderly orangutan who is the butler. And then they find a chimpanzee dead, and Link becomes aggressively towards Jane. It's a fucking weird movie, but it's the best like monkey horror movie ever made. Better than Monkey Shines, better than a monkey. It rips.
Oh, okay.
That sounds good.
And the poster also fucking rips.
Yeah, the poster looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I have Monstrum, which you can find on Shudder. It came out in 2018.
I didn't know that was a creature feature. Okay. Is that the? No, I'm thinking Antrum. Sorry.
Yeah,
that was my bad.
that's wrong thing. Ancient Korea, 1506. The tyrannical king, I cannot pronounce that person's name, is overthrown by his half-brother, whose reign begins with bloodbath. Over the years, traitors plot against him, sinking the kingdom into chaos. In 1528, frightened rumors come to the royal palace regarding a mysterious creature known as Monstrum by the peasants.
Ooh, okay, that sounds fun.
That
It's pretty
sounds
sweet.
fun. Mm-hmm.
Highly recommend that one, guys.
That does sound fun.
Okay, I don't know why I'm only picking like crocodiles, but mine is not
Yeah.
the Rogue, which I
Oh,
feel like somebody's going to mention because the Rogue is a great one.
Something I
But
like.
it rips.
my underrated is very similar to Rogue, which is Blackwater from 2007.
Love it.
I hated Blackwater. not gonna
Did you
lie.
really?
I
It
think I
is a
saw Rogue first, and then I was
okay,
like,
yeah.
Blackwater's
That'll
kind of
do it.
like
Mhm.
I
Reef,
haven't seen it.
where it's like a more stripped back kind of
Y-
thing. So probably if I
yes.
watched it now, I'd be like, this is great. But at
Yeah.
the time, I was like,
I mean, it's nothing like I definitely think Rogue is better than Blackwater. But what I really like about Blackwater is that they spent time like so for those that don't know, Blackwater is literally just a crocodile movie. Like these people are out in the water and then they get attacked by a crocodile. But that's the plot. And so but it's based on like true events. But what I liked is that the filmmakers actually went out and filmed a bunch of like crocodile like scenes, and then
Cool.
they like transfixed those or like transposed those in the movie, so it's not a CGI crocodile, it's like actually crocodile
Crocodiles.
footage. Yeah, which I think is so because it obviously is like very realistic looking.
is it the same director as the Reef? Because
I don't know.
the Reef
I
did
like The
very
Reef.
similar, whereas it had like the people's legs, and you could just see the shark in the background, which obviously they didn't have the shark next to the people, but the way they did
How
that added a
cool would
lot
that
of
be, though?
tension compared to a lot of shark movies where it's clearly just like stock
Yes.
footage and it cuts back. Right, okay, so
It's
that
the
makes
same.
sense. That must be their thing.
Yeah, the Reef.
that's
I
such
like that.
That's such a smart creative choice too.
It
just
is.
because I'd rather even if you were watching crocodiles like swim that had no direction whatsoever related to the movie, I'd rather watch them than CGI crocodiles.
Yeah, it's like where it looks like super realistic, so it's like putting you into because there were some scenes in like Blackwater where I was like, oh my god, like this was like more anxiety inducing because it's like this fucking looks like they're really running away from a croc.
They're dinosaurs and they're terrifying.
They are.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's true, but I read once that prehistoric crocodiles used to be able to climb trees.
Ew.
Fuck that. Out. No.
Imagine that. You just get with the water and you're like, okay, I'm safe, and then dropped on you.
Dude, I'm at this scene in I'm currently reading Jurassic Park, but I'm at the scene where the T-Rex can actually swim and they describe it as it being very crocodile-like. And I was like, can you fucking imagine this like 8-ton dinosaur swimming at you like a crocodile? No, I'd end
I
my
like to
life.
think it's more like a doggy paddle, just for its tiny little arms.
Those little arms.
A little doggy paddle.
That's so good.
How many more rounds do we have?
We'll
Sorry.
just do one more.
Oh shit. Right, okay.
Do you not have any more?
No, I do. I've got lots. and I
Oh,
don't
we
know
can.
which
Let's
one.
do two more then. Let's do two more rounds.
Okay. I will go with. I think it's called the deadliest movie ever made, and that is
Ooh.
Roar. Which
I haven't seen that.
no, like not many people have, but it's
No.
like it's the people I can't remember. It's like Tippi Hedren, I think her name is. Like she was a big actress back in the day, and her husband moved to Africa and built a shelter for lions. So they actually filmed them in the house with real lions and the actors, and like you actually see the lions attacking crew and all this kind of stuff. And then like, let's make a movie about this and just release it. And
Wait,
it's
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like real?
yeah, 100% real.
I'm
Like,
watching it.
you know, with Chuck,
I'm
you probably
in.
know Melanie Griffith. She,
Oh,
I
yeah,
think it was
I'm
her
in.
very first role.
Oh
And
my god.
it's legitimately nuts because they're just like they're like they've got tigers and lions, and they're all climbing over them, and
Oh my
it's like,
god.
it's like
I'm
what the
sold.
fuck are you doing?
I wanna
Oh my
watch
god.
lions
The
eat
the
people.
tagline says no animals were harmed in the making of this movie. 70 members of the cast and crew were. That's a great tagline.
It
That
is.
is great.
Damn, that's crazy. Wait, I need to watch this.
I'm sold on Roar.
Yeah.
Chuck, what do you got for us?
Thanks, Brian.
You're welcome.
This one I ended up watching maybe a couple years ago, but I absolutely loved it. And nobody has seen it. And the reason that I watched it is because it has the coolest poster maybe ever made, which I thought would make a great tattoo. And it's called Stung. And it's about this
Very
fancy
nice.
garden party that turns into an upper class prey when a colony of killer wasps mutates into 7-foot tall predators. And it has a badass creature that I loved.
Is that a poster where it's like got the thing right next to it?
Yes.
In
Yeah,
the
it's when
eyeball.
I was doing my research.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's been on my my watch list.
It's such a cool movie.
Because I love that cover.
Oh,
Y-
that
you kn-
poster's fucking great.
Yeah.
You know what's a cool movie that's really underrated that
What?
also isn't like the greatest movie ever, but it's a blast? Bats from 1999
I love that.
with Lou Diamond Phillips, and literally it's just about genetically mutated bats that escape and attack people. And
That
it's
sounds
fucking
fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen it, but I'm sure it just kind of ends. Like it doesn't have a resolution. It's just like, okay, we've killed one of the bats, and then it's
Yeah.
like, okay,
It's
end
been
the
a long
movie.
time, but
It's like
highly recommend it.
And underrated. Oh my god. This I'm like okay, so this is my problem is that I feel like I have like creatures, but they're almost towing the line between like
Oh, let's get it.
Yeah.
just
like-
Tell us.
okay, because I'm thinking of like exists. Like, is that a creature
a creature.
feature?
Yeah,
Bigfoot's
that's
Bigfoot's
100%
definitely a creature, yeah.
Okay, because I think Exists is the best Bigfoot movie ever made.
I agree with you on that.
It's 100% the best Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That or Willow Creek.
See, I
don't like Willow Creek.
Willow
yeah,
Creek
I
is-
like
Blair Witch. So if you
Yes.
don't like that kind of slow, nothing really
Yeah,
happening for an
fair.
hour, which is funny because Exists is by the director of Blair Witch. But
yes, that which
And I
is
love
yeah.
Exist. Yeah.
But Exist is so good. But I still like Willow Creek for what it is. Like it's just like a fun, like found footage, but and it has like the iconic trope of just like a naked, scary lady in the woods. But like I Exist, I think is just fucking phenomenal.
I agree.
okay, because I've done mostly real animals, I'm going to go with a
Ooh.
movie called Cold Skin, which is I can't remember if it's a lighthouse, but it's two guys similar to the lighthouse. A couple of guys that are on an island by themselves. Something's come out of the sea, and one of the guys keeps it in the lighthouse room. I don't know what it's called. But then more of them come out at night and try and attack the lighthouse. And it's really good. It's on Shudder. I wasn't expecting much. I had it on as background noise, and I was totally like, "Fuck!" I am so hooked onto this movie. And I can't remember the name of the actor in it, but he died recently, which is a shame. 'cause he was
Oh
not
my god,
old.
David Oakes,
No,
Ray Stevenson.
yes, Ray Stevenson.
Love
Oh
Ray
yeah,
Stevenson.
see here. Oh, that's sad. But dude, the cover for Cold Skin, the poster,
Mhm.
it's beautiful, very
It's honestly-
cosmic
it's honestly-
looking.
yeah. Well, I think it could probably fall under cosmic, so it's really
Yeah.
good, and it's like just a nice, easy watch as well.
Brian
Love.
loves cosmic horror.
I
Mhm.
fucking do.
Oh,
Yeah.
Xavier Gens. Wait, Xavier Gens did
Loved ones.
another banger of a creature feature under
director.
Paris.
Yeah.
Love that.
He also did Frontiers.
Yeah, he did Frontiers. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's done two good movies.
Yep.
Hey.
Facts.
Chuck, what's your last one?
I'm gonna slide this in here because it's not
Slide it
technically
in.
it's not technically a horror movie, but Joe's Apartment.
Who's
Joe's
Joe?
Apartment. You never
What's in
seen
his
Joe's
apartment?
apartment about the cockroaches that take
Damn
over
it,
his apartment?
you so missed that because
No.
Seth
Oh.
was like, "Who's Joe?" and you're so close to
Oh.
just getting that Joe's mama out there, but
Joe's mama.
Joe Mama.
Joe mama. Oh.
I mean, if we're not going to put it in there, I mean, we can switch it out of there if you want to. But
no,
Joe's
I'm curious.
Apartment
I don't know what
is
it's
fucking
about, so I'm curious to hear what it's about.
I have to pull it up. It's about cockroaches that take
Yeah.
over this guy's
Ooh.
apartment, but all the cockroaches have personalities, wear little clothes, and they fucking talk. And it's
Wait,
like
that's amazing.
it's like
Wait.
stop motion animation. I can't believe you have never seen Joe's Apartment.
No,
It's
I've
one
never
of
even
the-
heard of
watch
it.
this.
No, I haven't heard of it.
It's
It's
a
one of
nice
the
guy has just moved to New York and discovers that he must share his rundown apartment with a couple thousand singing, dancing cockroaches.
That's amazing.
and
That's
they
great.
wait, they literally have like a music video for the cockroaches. Like it was a big fucking deal when it came out. It's hilarious. It's so good.
I do love
That
this.
is so fucking fun. I love this because I always say the only thing on planet Earth that I cannot stand are cockroaches. Like
Ugh.
that is like spiders, fine, ants, fine, bugs, bees, but cockroaches, nar. That's a nar for me.
It's a gnar.
Hate them.
Uh, my last one is Splice.
I love Splice.
Oh,
Splice
yeah.
is so creepy, and that movie, it's fucking weird, man, but it's so good.
It's the most diabolical Blue Chew commercial ever created.
Fair.
It's
'Cause
been so long since I've seen it.
That's a
That's
joke
what
too American for me to understand. Sorry.
it's one of the most unintentionally disturbing films ever fucking made. Like it's
Mhm.
not supposed to be disturbing, but it is exceptionally fucking disturbing because it
Yeah.
is weird and it's uncomfortable. And like
Yeah.
Adrian Brody goes all the way. He slides all the way to home base with Brent with the fucking alien creature thing. And it's weird
Gross.
when you watch it because it's like gross and scary, but it's also like super fucking erotic. Like it makes you feel really weird because you're like, I'll admit it, like I'd bang Ren, but like
Hear
it's
me out.
it's the tail. The tail does it for me. Hear me out. It's a
Wait, I'm
fucked up
so mad at
movie.
myself. Tusk. That's my other
Tusk is a good
underrated
one.
creature feature.
You can
Love
put it
Tusk.
you can put it in your top 5 because that's what we're doing here next because
Ooh.
there's so many good ones. So I want to know what everyone's top 5 is creature features, and I'm gonna start with Chuck first this time.
I
Ooh.
hate you for doing that to me, but that's fine. If we're gonna go top 5 creature features of all time
Yep.
in
that's-
order or just 5?
Just 5. You don't have to put
The
it in order.
Thing,
Mhm.
The Fly, Predator, Splinter, because I love it that fucking much. I'll
It's
put it in my top 5
Mhm.
all
Yeah.
time. And then I'm gonna go with an underrated one that I absolutely fucking love that gets no love from anybody, and it's Guillermo del Toro's Mimic.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say The Shape of Water because The
That's the
Shape of Water
cockroach
is one
one,
of my
right?
all-time favorite
It's a
films.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's so
I think
many.
Which Guillermo del
Yeah.
Toro creature feature?
I think yeah, right. That's fair. But like I think Mimic fucking I was between like Mimic and Species because I think both of those movies fucking go so hard and nobody pays attention to them anymore. I love that movie so much.
I love
That'd be-
Species when I was a teenager when it first came
Yeah.
out for obvious reasons.
Oh, that thing
Yeah.
when it go whenever that kissing scene when that fucking tentacle goes through her mouth through that guy's head is the best thing ever.
Species is great. It's underrated.
It's so fucking good.
Brian?
Oh,
Okay, top 5. Obviously, Jaws. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, I
GG, don't
forgot
because
Jaws.
your miss is going to be in yours, so don't even start.
I'm putting
Uh,
Jaws. Jaws is over Mimic. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, Jaws. I went Alien instead of Aliens.
that's fair.
The Thing, like Chuck, because it's so fucking good.
Yeah, duh.
I want to say Jurassic Park, but I
Say
love
it.
Jurassic Park. Like it's probably one of my top 2 favorite films, but I want to keep it more horror related, so I'm not going to pick it.
Don't pick it. It's a
People
creature
die.
feature. Yeah.
Yeah, like I love it, but I want to keep it more scary horror. So I'll go with The Ritual, which I think is phenomenal,
I
and
love The Ritual.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
and The Descent.
Yeah,
Yeah, my list is trash.
No.
what the fuck?
We'll put it to a vote in the on our Instagram and see who has the best list. GG?
All right, Jurassic Park 1, Jurassic Park 2, Jurassic Park 3. No, I'm just kidding.
Not Dominion.
Not Dominion. Okay, well, obviously, duh, you guys know Jurassic Park, my fave creature feature. And okay, look this is a hot take, but what I think is crazy is that people classify Jaws as a horror movie, but not Jurassic Park when they are arguably like the same level of like creature feature horror.
Mhm.
Like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I totally agree. If I didn't have Jaws in there, Jurassic Park would have been
Yeah.
Like it's like they're what's what I'm looking for? You'd switch them around in my mind. Like they're both
Yeah.
like the peak
Yes,
movies
yes.
for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
because I think it's I think it's so funny because people like when people are like, "Oh, what's your favorite horror movie?" I'm like, "Oh, why do some people say like Jaws and that classifies as a horror, but not Jurassic Park when they're kind of just like the same creature feature, but just one's in water and one's on land."
That,
Um,
that's very fair. And I'm
you
going
know
to
what I
make
mean?
that a clip because I want to hear what the people have to say.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. So number 1, Jurassic Park. Number 2, The Descent. Number 3, The Mist.
Love.
Number 4, Ginger Snaps.
Ooh.
And 5, oh god, this is really hard. I'm gonna go
What was
with
that?
that's my panicking.
that was just
Whoa.
King Kong impression.
I
Yeah.
know. Fucking honestly, I'm just gonna throw this in there because I can't think of
Congo.
no, maybe Jaws. Maybe Jaws. I had to put Jaws in there. It was either between Jaws or Tusk. So,
Tusk is great.
but yeah, Tusk is a great one. But uh, Jaws.
I
I
like
think
that
my list is the
perspective.
best, to be honest.
No, mine's gonna win. But this
Godzilla
also
-1, Shin Godzilla.
every Godzilla movie. No,
Godzilla versus
Godzilla
Mothra.
-1 is in there.
Uh,
This was also on my underrated, but I didn't bring it up because I just love this movie so much. Underwater. I think it is.
love it.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, Kristen Stewart fucking murders that role.
And she looks
Yeah,
hot in that movie.
It had such
underwater.
bad marketing.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
It
didn't
did.
like
It
that.
deserves
Now
so
that's
much
a
better.
proper cosmic horror.
I
Is
love
Yes.
Underwater. I think it's great.
It's
Yeah.
the closest we've had to a good Cthulhu movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
Cthulhu.
fucking it rips so hard and it's a comfort movie for me now. I'll watch it all the time. So I have
That's fair,
Underwater.
especially the ambiance.
Yep. And Deep Sea.
Ooh.
So Underwater, Jurassic Park, Jaws, The Descent,
Mhm.
And Godzilla
and
-1.
yeah, Godzilla -1.
That's
That's
fair, dude. That's honestly
You win.
solid.
Thank
You
you guys.
win.
Solid. Godzilla -1 is beautiful. I sobbed in the theater.
I cried so many times. Also, if
So
you
good.
guys haven't seen the black and white version, which is also on Netflix,
It's incredible.
Yes.
it turns -1 into a legitimate horror movie. It
Yeah.
is like it makes it so much scarier, and it's awesome.
You know what's another good movie in black and white? The Mist.
I haven't,
Oh,
Black and
I've
white
never
version.
I
Yeah,
haven't
because
seen the
so
black
I,
and white version.
what the Frank Darabont originally wanted it to be a black and white movie, but the studios were like, no, it needs to be color. So he also made a black and white version, which I think's on the Blu-ray.
It comes with the
And
Blu-ray set.
yeah, so obviously because some of the creatures look a little cheesy, but in the black and white, that kind of hides that. And
Totally.
it's quite a like purposefully cheesy movie, like trying to be like that B
Yes.
movie vibe. But obviously in black and white, it's just it nails that.
That's so fair. I bet you because I've shown people The Mist like countless times and they're like, "Oh, it's kind of cheesy because of like the creatures." But I'm like, "No, one, you just had to be there. But two, like if you were to watch it in black and white, it does take away that kind of like still developing CGI. Because I mean, even like Slither, like there were some parts of Slither that I was watching where I was like, this is
Over the
not
top.
great.
Yeah, it's over the top.
CGI, but I
Mhm.
will say the part in Slither was so good. Modern day, kind of like The Fly, especially the ending where it's very, very reminiscent of The Fly. But the scene that I could not, I was hollering, hooting and hollering was when she gets a little slug stuck in her mouth
Oh yeah.
and she's just sitting here. I was like, this is this is Pornhub right here. This is Pornhub. Pornhub.com. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was oh, so funny. Great scene.
Apparently,
GG.
creature features equates to Pornhub and sex. I've
Yeah.
learned today.
Or
And
for
Blue Chew.
GG. For,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. You're gonna
GG
get a
for-
reputation on this podcast, GG.
Yeah. For how much you love Jurassic Park, Gigi, have you ever seen the Jurassic Park house that's for sale on Zillow?
No. Wait,
You need it's $1 million, but
If
you
we
can
pull
have
all
it.
our money together, that could be
It
our
is-
Yeah.
influencer
It is
house.
it's some guy built a house that is like a replica of Jurassic Park. Like it has the entrance thing. There's a life-size T-Rex standing outside of the house. Like
love. I need it.
Listen, when you're done, look it up because you're gonna fall in love with it.
Oh, I need that
I love the
house.
Jeeps that people actually have the Jeep
Yep.
from it, or they've
Yes.
styled their own
Once
styled Jeep like it. It looks
and
so
once the
cool.
Pornhub sponsorship comes in, you'll be able to just buy it like it's
Dude,
nothing. Yeah.
I'm waiting. Pornhub.com, hit me up.
You can
It's our new
make
sponsor,
you can
guys.
make Jurassic Pork, and that could
Yeah.
be your segment.
Oh, I love it.
Oh my god.
That's a clip.
I was just gonna say,
Oh.
not only is that your Monday morning clip, and I'm tagging Pornhub in it.
Jurassic
It
Pork.
probably exists already. Let's be honest.
Oh, that's so good, man.
Oh wow.
Woo!
Do you guys have a favorite like creature, like memorable design? Like which one stands out to you the most? The like most terrifying, sickest creature? Just go, Brian. I can't,
Oh
Uh,
god.
not pork.
easily a xenomorph. Like that creature design is
Okay, yeah.
almost perfect. I can't really. Is it Geiger that
Yeah.
designed it? And also like the mother one that you see in Alien versus Predator.
Oh, that one's sick.
Like it's just iconic.
I love
Like,
AVP.
yeah, so do I. But yeah, so that's easy answer is Alien for me.
Love that.
Before we continue, did you know that Fede is talking about doing an Alien vs Predator movie now?
I didn't know
Ooh.
that, but that's cool.
He dropped a thing about it yesterday. He's like, the best thing about Alien vs Predator is like you don't know when the alien's gonna show up. And I was like, oh, this sounds like it's gonna be sweet.
It'd be cool if he did it without humans. Like I still like I don't mind the human bits in it, but I want just like on a space station somewhere or a planet, just an alien and a predator going at it.
Yeah. Chuck,
I mean, maybe he can redeem himself and make a good movie, but
leave out, get out of here.
Fired.
Fired.
my favorite creature of all time, and it will never be surpassed. And there's a lot of them, but it's the Predator. And not only the reason that it's the Predator is because the Predator is just a badass fucking design with the mask and when it takes it off and the X-ray vision and the bomb thing on the arm and the computer and all that. But Predator is my dad's favorite movie.
Oh.
And that's how the easiest way for me to remember my dad is I watch fucking Predator. Like I've seen that movie probably 250 times easily. And it has sentimental attachment to me. So it's hands down the Predator for me.
Like that it's got like a double. Like, could you see it as a like all suited up, and you're like, "Fuck, that looks scary," and then the mask comes off, and you're like, "Holy shit!"
It's like double fucking
Legitimately-
scary.
It's like that's terrifying. Yeah,
And thank
so I
God
hope
it
we get-
wasn't Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
Well, he was the first Predator. Did you know that?
Yes, I remember that.
They fired him. Yeah.
No Predator movie.
Oh, the Predator fucking rips.
Did you like the design in Prey, Chuck?
I think Prey's great, and I can't wait for the Badlands that's coming out with the point of
Stoked.
view from the Predator. Like that's one of my most anticipated movies. Like
I'm so glad we got Prey because the one with Shane Black before that was
Oh, it's awful.
terrible. Terrible.
Awful.
It's a shame because Shane Black's usually really
But I
good.
do like the Predators with Adrian Brody and Danny
Same.
Glover. I like it. That movie's good.
Mm-hmm. Gigi, what's your favorite creature?
Jurassic Park,
I know. I'm like the
T-Rex.
T-Rex. I
Pork.
Porky.
this was kind of hard because I feel like
It's the thing from Jurassic Park. I couldn't resist.
I would have to agree with Brian. Like, I think the most badass creature is the xenomorph. Like, coming up with that from your brain, like that's so like gnarly,
ironic.
Cool.
gnarly design. Like, that's so terrifying. Because some of these creatures, I'm like, oh, I wouldn't be like that scared if I saw it, but like the xenomorph, I would shit myself. But another one that I like on just the scale of it being so absurd is the fly. That is like one where it's just like that was just impressive how absolutely disgustingly vile that is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because they make you sit through that entire it's not
No, it's
quick. You have to suffer through that transformation just like
yes.
he did.
And like watching him talk and leak, and you're just like, dude.
And pull his fingernail off.
Yes.
I'm the only one on this pod who still hasn't seen it. And
You
I
haven't
was
seen
gonna-
The Fly?
I wanted to watch it last night, but then I fell asleep. So
That's fair.
yeah.
I love sleeping.
Very relatable.
Sleep is good.
I know. I'm with you, Chuck. I think it's between the Predator or Godzilla for me, but I just like the Predator is just so fucking cool to me, and like all of its gadgets and it's like little
Mhm.
fucking laser that just like goes through people. I so
And
I
he collects skulls
yeah, like
that
Yeah,
it's
he
that's
so
rip
cool.
that
badass.
he rips out of you with your
Yeah,
fucking spine. That's so
it
brutal.
like it's such a cool character, and
Mhm.
I think Predator is mine as well.
I
It's just
love that. We
yeah,
agree.
we do.
We
Finally.
agree. Aw.
So, last question I have here for you guys. Are there any creatures or monsters that you think would be perfect for a modern day reimagining or like a new twist in the genre? Or is there an idea that like we haven't seen yet that you would really like to see? And I'll start with you, Chuck.
I think me
Hmm.
and Gigi are gonna be on the same fucking level with this answer. I hope so anyway. But the world, listen, world, filmmakers out there that are fucking listening to this,
Filmmakers of the
greatest,
world.
we need a proper fucking Wendigo movie that doesn't fucking suck
Yes.
because
Yes.
it's such a great idea. It's a cool ass fucking creature. That what's that bullshit they came out with last year with
Deer camp.
no, not that. Well, that was
Yeah.
terrible too. But
Yeah.
there was
Antlers. Antlers.
no, not antlers. It
Which
was
was
the
also
one
awful.
Yeah, awful.
somebody big was in it. It wasn't Dan Stevens, but it
The
was
Devon Sawa movie, Jojo
that one.
Sawa.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
that one. And then it had all the CGI around it when it was like
That
flying through.
Oh yeah,
They had the
remember.
thing like swinging through the woods on a fishing line, and then they
yeah.
put like CGI trails behind it. I'm just like, this is fucking
No,
stupid.
and it could have been really good.
Yeah, it was a good setup because like the whole cave shit and everything was cool, but then it was just like
Yes.
they just lost it. I
Yes.
want a Wendigo movie so fucking bad.
And not one
Yes.
with fucking horns or antlers, whatever they're called, because that's
No.
not
That was
Yeah,
pretty
like
cool.
right.
where did that come from? Who made that
N
up?
I know, that's, like, not an accurate depiction. Yeah, I feel like it's and I know that there's like, discourse on, like, Wendigo, so, like, I think that might be, like, why it's difficult,
Yeah.
but I think that I don't know, I feel like we could have a really good one.
Yep.
I'm not like it's because it's something to do with like Native American tales, is that because they're not like to speak about it or something? I
Yeah,
can't remember exactly.
they're not allowed to, like, speak about it, but I do know that there are a lot typically in Wendigo movies, there are and I mean, hey, clock us if we're wrong, but, like, I know that there are quite a few Wendigo movies, like, literally a Wendigo movie came out yesterday, where there's, like they will cast, like, Native Americans to make sure that it's, like,
Mhm.
it's, like, is still representation and make sure that they do, like, research on it, like, I watched, like, a full, Wendigo movie last year that was, like, fully, like, Native American cast and crew, but it was, like but it was just not a good movie, like, not a good movie. So I feel like I think it's like with any type of, like, belief system, like, maybe where it's like, I think some people think it's okay and some people don't think it's okay.
I don't know,
Yeah.
'cause, like some of the Res Dog stories are. I don't think it was Wendigo, but there was one very close kind of like Native American tale episode in there. So, like the people that directed that, why not say, "Look, here's some money. What can you
Mhm.
do with a Wendigo story?" Like one shows what you can do, and then. But I don't know. Again, like I'm
Yeah,
maybe
I don't know.
totally
Yeah.
Has
overstepping my mark here, and I'll be getting called
has
names on
anybody
TikTok.
seen Dark Was the Night?
Mm-mm.
No.
No,
According to Screen Rant, and I don't know how trustworthy they are, but that's the number one ranked best Wendigo movie, which I'm going to watch as soon as we shut this pod off
Yeah,
because I want Wendigo in me.
I need a
Oh,
Wendigo.
Kevin Durand is in it.
Oh,
oh, I
I
do
love
know.
him.
Is it a blue poster?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I thought it was Arnold Schwarzenegger when I first saw
No,
it.
it really does look like him in this
Yeah.
poster.
Is it good, Brian?
I've not seen it, but I've seen that poster a lot. But then I'm like I like Kevin Durant, but I'm like, am I going to watch a movie with him as lead?
Yes.
Fair.
GG is
If you
yours.
watch it and tell me it's good, Chuck, I will 100% watch it.
Yeah.
GG is yours a Wendigo too? Is that who you want to see?
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of, like, what else, like a Wendigo movie or just like a
Chupacabra.
oh my
Yes.
god, a chupacabra would be really good. I
Mhm.
say this fact all the time because I did not know this, up until, like, 2 years ago, but did you know that the chupacabra was only
Chupacabra.
created in 1995?
Yeah, because you
Yes.
tell us all the time.
Okay,
Yeah, geez.
perfect.
Get
Well,
a new
you guys know I
fact.
have a horrible memory. Get new facts. Um, Another creature feature I would love is, like, an actual, like, good shark movie. I think that would be pretty
In
cool.
the
Like
courtroom, right?
yes, yes, yes. I just
We're
And
dying for a good shark movie. It's been so long.
I know.
and there are some movies that, like, really have the potential, and then you're like, "Why did you choose to only show, like, a 1-minute clip of the shark in your shark movie?" Like, I don't know.
Do you think The Shallows was the last good, almost great shark movie?
I thought The
Yeah.
Shallows was just okay, too.
See, I love The
Yeah.
Shallows.
I think Jaws is the last good shark movie.
I put The
Deep Blue
Shallows
Sea.
Deep Blue
right
Sea.
under Jaws.
Oh, wait, just kidding. Under Paris.
I think The Shallows is great, and I don't understand like how we haven't had a good shark movie because like it's such an easy thing to do, and every time it's just like the CGI looks like trash, the acting's horrible, and like there was one that came out the Black Demon I think it was about like a
bad.
megalodon that like
bad.
literally the shark was in it for 2 seconds. Like what are we doing?
But the crazy thing is the blueprint is there, and
It's there.
anybody that has done the blueprint, Jaws does not show the creature for a very long time. Banger, one of the best movies ever made, and that's why I love The Shallows, because The Shallows used a cheap location. They used all their budget on the fucking shark,
And it's the best CGI shark ever.
it is. I would have to say it's the best CGI shark ever. There's only like 2 scenes, like whenever it cracks up underneath the buoy that she's floating on, it kind of looks a little funny, but all those other scenes in a shark fucking rip. I love that movie, but she's hot, so that does it for me.
Yeah. Helps.
I thought it was okay. Okay, I take it back. I don't really we have too many shark
Ooh.
movies. I would actually like I want the Wendigo movie, but I would also like a horror dinosaur movie because we actually don't really have those.
Like legit scary fucking
Like legit
dinosaur
Yeah.
movie,
like
yeah.
a scare we don't I literally can't think of a single horror
What was
movie
that
that's like
film that Ray
legit
was raving
dinosaur.
about last year?
Oh,
the
Jurassic Triangle. Yeah. See, and that's like the thing too is
Scarier,
like
sorry.
a lot of like dinosaur movies are like spoofs of Jurassic Park, like, you know, and I'm like, no, I just want like an original idea or just like a freaking D movie with like shitty Jurassic CGI. But it's like, no, I want like a legit. I wonder why. Like,
The most disappointing, I don't know if anybody ever watched, there was a TV show that Spielberg produced, and it was like set in the future, and you could only have one child, I think it was, because overpopulation. But
yeah.
people went back in time, and they went back to the time of dinosaurs, like, let's rebuild here. And it's like, this could be fucking amazing. Like, if
Wait,
Spielberg's
that's a great
attached.
idea.
But then, like, it just turned into this god awful drama, and you barely saw the dinosaurs. It got cancelled after one season. I was like, I was so mad because
That's a great
yeah.
like concept.
But yeah,
Two,
so.
two things. One, I agree with you because they were trying to book this new Jurassic Park as going back to being scary, and I promise you that it's not fucking scary.
No, I don't think it's going to be scary either.
No, it might be entertaining and it might be good, but
I think it'll
scary
be
is
the
a-
best in a while though.
Have
Yes.
you guys watched that show on Apple TV with Kurt Russell
Monarch.
about Monarch?
It's fantastic.
It's fucking. I couldn't not mention it for Creature Features because it's like not too serious, but it's not too comical. But it fucking rips from beginning to end. It's so much fucking fun, Monarch.
But like, it's a Godzilla movie spin-off, isn't it?
It is. It's
yeah.
from the same universe, but it has different creatures
Oh,
that
okay,
they
yeah.
feature.
So good.
And they're all done pretty well. And Kurt Russell's a fucking stud.
It looks fun.
His son as well.
Anna Sawai's in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
Wyatt
why?
Russell. I love Wyatt Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool.
I love
Brian,
you
what's
guys.
yours? I love you too.
I love you too.
Aww.
Brian, what's your pick, bud?
I want something underwater. So
Ooh.
Like a
like
Cthulhu?
maybe, but Cthulhu's kind of played out, I think, because
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Okay.
We've had one Cthulhu.
I know, but like anytime anybody says like there's a Lovecraftian movie, like there's a
They
lot of
sucks.
there's a lot of garbage cosmic horrors that people don't watch, like
Mhm.
Gods of War and stuff like that, and it's always Cthulhu. So I would like I don't think Kraken is Cthulhu. I think they're different.
Yeah,
I think they are.
The same or different.
No,
Different.
I think they're different.
Yeah, they're
So
different.
something like that. Like it must be so easy to make a found footage movie where divers have got cameras attached to their head, going under a what the fuck are they called? Oil rig.
You got to stop giving these ideas out online, right?
Yeah.
'Cause this
Just
is like
shut
this
up.
is now the 11th great movie that you pitched.
No,
that's
seriously.
that somebody needs to steal.
This is
That's okay.
terrifying.
This is your intellectual property. So go ahead,
Mhm,
keep going, and if
Yeah.
anybody takes it, you
Yeah.
were the one.
We're
that
Because, well,
mentioned
to be
it.
fair, like there was a like an animated. There's an SCP. I think I told you about SCPs, Chuck. and it
Mhm.
was like it's like an underwater serpent that's the size of the world, and it lives under the sea. And somebody made like an animation of that diver going down there, and they turn around and it's this big monster snake swimming towards them, which is just
That's terrifying.
Yeah,
yeah,
fuck that.
it's really good. So
Mhm.
I think something like that a bit more cracking, because found footage, like all you need is a camera. You don't need to
No.
speak. Like
Listen,
and don't have the monster roar. Like that's what every shark movie. Sharks
Yeah.
don't have vocal cords. How the fuck are they roaring?
Yeah.
Stop it, please. And it's like that's like jump scares. Like it's
Yeah.
much scarier. You just turn around and there's just a shark in your vision. Like that is
Yes.
much
Like-
scarier than ah.
like the scene in, what was it, the one where they're swimming up to the top to the surface and she cracks that flare with the red light and all the fucking
Oh,
sharks.
47 meters.
Listen, that's one of the scariest fucking
No.
scenes, tension
Anxiety
building
attack.
in horror history. And Brian, that makes me so sad, like, and happy, because you have great ideas, but the fucking Deep House.
I
Oh,
finally watched it because I hated it to begin with, and I finally watched it, and
I
it's
fucking hated it. But
I hated it
awful.
after watching
but
it.
the first 20 minutes, if
Yeah.
they could have just duplicated that and not got stupid, it was so just. I'm with you. Strap cameras, the divers' heads,
Yes.
put them in the spooky fucking ocean, and let the spooky ocean just be spooky. That's it.
I
People are
think
terrified.
too.
Like there's a whole phobia about being underwater. Like
Yes.
I love it because I find it really calming underwater
too.
stuff. Even when it, like I don't know, giant monsters or Subnautica, like I don't find that scary. It's really calming to me. But it's right there. You can
I think that you can even add like a layer of anxiety with them being like cave divers, because cave divers are truly insane, that they are like, let me go through an opening that's this big and risk
Mhm.
my life. So imagine these cave divers like getting stuck or like murky water. So it's already this anxiety, their oxygen is running out. And then, oh my God. And then this
Have you
like
seen The Cave?
a kraken? No, I don't think I have.
But
That
like,
actually, like,
maybe not
truly
even
scares me.
because like those big giant holes, when you see the people just kind of swimming, it looks like they just swam off the edge of the world, and it's like, where
Yeah.
have you gone?
Oh,
Like just because I know,
where have you
I
gone?
think I've spoken about this before, but there's a movie coming out soon called Whale Fall. It's directed by Brian Duffield, who did No One Will Save You.
Oh, nice.
And that's a guy does that, and he goes off, and like a whale swallows him.
Oh.
And it's about him trying to escape from this whale's stomach. So I
Did
read
you-
the book. So the book's
Did
really
you
good.
see that kayaker that just got sucked up by that whale? Like,
That's
and it-
terrifying.
Yeah, it's like it's
dude, it was fucking. I mean, it just came up out of the water and fucking swallowed him in his kayak, went under, and then
Yes.
just spit him the fuck out. I was like,
Mhm.
oh no, not me.
No,
No.
one of the best jump
Couldn't be
scares I've
me.
had in like all of last year was there's a guy made a TikTok, and he was like trying to be a horror TikTok, and there's a little doll, and he was just kind of moving it around, and then he goes in a closet and he kind of looks out in the doll, and you're expecting the doll to be closer, but his dog just comes running into the shot. I jumped so fucking high. I was like, what the fuck? Because it's much bigger than I was expecting. Like, honestly, if
Yeah.
you can find it, it's so good. Like,
Oh my
there's
God,
like
wait, I need to
no
find it.
loud noise, nothing. It's just
Yes.
something in your field of view. Jesus Christ, I fucking threw my phone. So, yeah.
These
Wait,
are
that's a
all
really good idea.
yeah. These are all great ideas, but none of them are the Jersey Devil, and we need a Jersey Devil movie.
Coming, man. It's coming.
Okay,
That's what
Jersey
they
Devil.
are.
Let's
Instagram,
No, never mind.
beware the
Yep.
Jersey Devil. It's coming. They're making it.
We need that. And you know what also would be kind of cool is
What?
a dolphin. Because dolphins are really fucking smart and they can make a really fun, scary horror dolphin movie. And that's all I got
Also,
for you.
dolphins are the only creatures besides humans that have sex for fun.
Yeah. They're the rapist
Crazy.
species.
Dolphins are basically the GG of the sea.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Literally. They're also sponsored by Pornhub.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Brazzers, we need some GG Dolphin content.
Okay. And on that note, Gigi, please end this episode before we get in trouble.
Okay, before we thank you for listening. We hope you had fun. And we are on all why do I say podcast platforms.
Woo!
We're also on
Dog
YouTube.
shoulders.
Like, comment, share, subscribe, save, turn on automatic downloads. We love it. It helps us boost the algorithm. And let us know what your favorite creature feature is. Or if we missed any underrated creature features, please leave a comment, because we would love to watch those. And we will be back next week. We don't know what our topic is. Actually, we do.
Ghosts.
We do ghosts. We're doing
Can't
Scariest
fucking
thing ever.
wait.
ghosts. I'm so excited for that.
Me too.
But we hope you have a lovely weekend or a lovely week. And thank you for supporting us. We also have a Ko-fi in case you ever feel like donating monetarily, but just listening to us
Do it.
is amazing.
We love you.
Okay, we love you.
Do it.
Stay haunting. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.